Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Carter making a big, bold move. Hope happily returns to Carter Garrett just after he let Daphne down readily. She didn't take the news about Hope and Carter's reunion well, but Hope doesn't care. Daphne is neither then nor there to her. She's just happy to be reunited with Carter, despite his heartbreaking for Liam Spencer. Hope is also stunned when Carter suddenly gets down on one knee with a ring and proposes to Hope. The last time she had an unanticipated offer from a man she was only dating for a short time, she sounded to be wearing the same outfit. Still, she couldn't say yes to Thomas Forrester. Rather, she wore the ring around her neck for months until she turned Thomas down again. What will Hope tell Carter? She wasn't really set for this. Perhaps she feels uncomfortable marrying someone while her cherished ex-husband and baby daddy is near death. Carter might not be allowing easily. He's so in love with Hope that he seems to have lost his head. Perhaps Hope will just agree to wear the ring around her neck again. Feeling there's nothing left for her and Forrester Creations, Daphne tells her confidant Steffy that she's returning to Paris. She can't believe Carter took that horrible Hope Logan back. Steffy tries to talk Daphne out of leaving, but will she defend Hope and tell Daphne what Carter really heard through Brooke Logan's door? Whatever Steffy says, it's not enough to keep Daphne from leaving, so Steffy offers her the Forrester private spurt to return to Paris. Daphne's airman is none other than Deuce, so anticipate a comedy of crimes just like the last time Steffy took the spurt. Is Daphne really leaving for good, or will she be back one day to give Hope a run for her fashion plutocrat? Sooner or later, suckers knew this was going to be. A lot of B&B suckers believe that the cat will be out of the bag and that everyone will find out that Carter slept with Daphne. That's because he replied to hearing Hope and Liam, and Daphne was right there heaping on Hope. Their secret isn't going to stay retired for too long. The question now for everyone is whether Daphne will tease Hope, or will she be pregnant? That's presumably going to be what ends Steffy and Hope's little love fest once everybody finds out that it was Steffy who brought Daphne into city to break up Carter and Hope. Of course, the internet had a lot to say about the matter. Some have indeed reflected with, Daphne does leave city for a while after she finds out that Hope and Carter are back together. Carter will propose fairly snappily. Since Liam has been pushing Hope to commit to a future with Carter, she'll accept, and the marriage will be presto tracked. Yeah, the way Carter was looking bothered over his shoulder while he was hugging Hope at the end said trouble is on the way. That's presumably going to be what ends Steffy and Hope's little love fest once everybody finds out who brought Daphne to city and why. A mama formerly imagining weeks of Carter and Daphne trying to keep their secret hidden before one of the Logan girls overhears them. I misdoubt Carter and Daphne came in flagrant delicto, but also hopefully Hope can fly to Paris and reunite with Thomas and ends up pregnant with a Thope baby. Carter more start running for the hills. That's because it's come more and more apparent that Daphne is getting creepily obsessed with the man. Some indeed suppose that effects will get so bad there's a good chance that Daphne might try to murder Hope just to get her out of the way. When it comes to Daphne's preoccupation with Carter, I suppose she formerly has one. Her constant bashing of Hope, and telling Carter what a good man he is, while constantly throwing herself at him, gives me the print that Carter has his veritably own fatal magnet situation in the timber. I just don't understand why, however. She has her own life in France that she dropped to help out her so-called bestie, and now the company is back to the Forresters and Hope is largely out of the picture. I mean, if Liam kicks the pail or shortly leaves the oil for treatment, Hope and Carter are likely to gravitate to each other. Daphne will get pissed/crazy and go after Hope. This could also reignite the Steffy and Hope contest because Steffy was responsible for bringing Daphne into her life. Steffy considered Daphne one of her stylish musketeers. Yet, that fellowship could come crashing down. Steffy made amends with Hope, which could change everything. Steffy informed Hope that Liam was dying. Yes, Hope and Steffy don't get on. But Hope still merited to know. After all, she was involved with Liam, too, and they partake a son. Liam refused to tell the verity, which was when Steffy came in. Now, Hope and Steffy are the only bones. In their inner circle who know there's commodity differently. They agreed to set their differences away for the sake of Liam and their families. Steffy wanted to move on from their complicated history. She asked Hope to work again at Forrester Creations. This move is going to be confusing for everyone, including Daphne. Steffy considers Daphne one of her stylish musketeers. But that could each change. We could see Hope and Steffy getting stylish friend. Daphne wouldn't be happy to hear that Hope's working at Forrester Creations again. She'll wonder why Steffy had a change of heart. We can see Daphne questioning Steffy's move. This could produce a wedge in their fellowship. Steffy can't partake Liam's secret with everyone, including Daphne, who doesn't know him well. Daphne will see Steffy connect with Hope in a way they haven't in a while. Meanwhile, Hope will try to get her man back or seek vengeance on Daphne and Carter. She'll probably feel like in Castaway. We could see Daphne packing up and heading back to Paris. What are your studies on Daphne and Steffy's fellowship? Do you suppose it'll deteriorate? Or do you suppose it'll survive? We have been buzzing ever since Hope and Carter participated that amorous yet brief love affair that was unanticipated and full of eventuality. As presto as it started, everything came crashing down after the achievement, and yet one wild card proposition has surfaced. What if Hope is pregnant with Carter's baby? That possibility would turn everything upside down in classic adulatory fashion. Not only would it produce instant drama for Hope, who's now concentrated on a dying Liam, but it would also shake up Carter's life in a big way. He's been stewing for times for a child and a woman. And a surprise gestation would bring him one step closer to living out that dream. Hope has always followed her heart, indeed when it led her into chaos. After Thomas, a moment of vulnerability with Carter felt like a diversion, but perhaps it was destiny. However, the ripple effect would be massive if she's carrying Carter's child. Brooke would absolutely have opinions, Steffy would be blindsided, Liam would have a whole bag of mixed passions, and Thomas? Let's just say that man's response could so explosive it may veritably well bring him back to city. As for Carter, this would be his biggest plot in periods. From officiating marriages to getting left before by Quinn, he's overdue for a major shakeup. A baby with Hope might be the unanticipated anchor he no way saw coming. It could also produce a whole new family dynamic if the two decide to try again, not as a fling, but as co-parents, and perhaps commodity further. Is this plot just a fantasy? Perhaps. But when has anything in Los Angeles ever been predictable? If the show is looking to season effects up for summer, a Hope and Carter baby stunner could be the twist that turns everything on its head. Taylor wasn't rude about it or anything. But after Steffy, for some reason, told her mama about Liam's condition, Taylor mentioned Liam demanded support, not secretiveness. It hit us as hypocritical, considering last time, she kept her condition a secret. At one point, she allowed. She was dying, and also she discovered she had broken heart pattern, and she didn't want her family to know. Steffy telling Hope about Liam's condition was great. Also, when Liam showed up to talk to Hope, the discussion understandably turned emotional. Liam suddenly realized that Hope knew that he might be dying. We're glad it didn't take him too long to accept the fact that Hi's ex-wife knows. He can have one further person in his corner. Carter told Daphne, "I believe in Hope and I believe in our future." Of course, 2 seconds laterally, he eavesdropped Hope telling Liam that he's her future. But for a nanosecond there, we were proud of Carter for setting boundaries with Daphne. "Miss, where is Beth?" Kelly popped up for what could be her final father/son cotillion with Liam. But what about Beth? We haven't seen or heard from her in a while. Where is she, and why isn't she part of this story? For as important as Liam is lamenting potentially having to leave his daughters before, she should be around.